Now, getting measured for a shirt. Some people don't like to come and get measured. They don't want to do it on a Zoom call, and they'd rather just do it themselves. So here is my quick guide for taking your own measurements. Now, we need 9 specific measurements, and the closer you follow this guide in terms of accuracy, the better your shirt will turn out. We're going to start with the neck. Now, if you know that you like a 15.5-inch collar, for example, on an off-the-peg shirt, go with that. If you know you like a particularly loose collar because you don't like a close-fitting collar for whatever reason, go with that. Translate it from 15.5-inch collar into centimeters and write that down. If you're going to go with the measurement, start with the tape at the back of the neck and go under the Adam's apple. Leave a finger space behind the tape and measure it off. Then we're going to measure the chest. Make sure the tape doesn't get crossed over, and we're going to go across the chest at the widest part and measure it off. We're not leaving a gap there, that's just a nice accurate measurement of the largest part of the chest. Next is the waist around the belly button. Same again, locate the belly button. Relax your stomach, don't breathe in or try to cheat the measurement. If you do it accurately, you'll get the best result. The next is the seat. Now this is around the biggest part of the backside, and again, all the way around and measure it off. Then we go with the shoulders. Now, if you're wearing a shirt and you like the fit of the shirt in the shoulders, we're going to go from one seam to the other. If you don't like the shoulders of the shirt you're wearing, locate the shoulder bone and go from one all the way across the top of the neck to the other. So follow the line as though it was a coat hanger, across the top of the back and across to the other side, and measure it off. Then we're going to do the sleeve length. Now, because the sleeve has to flex with your arm, the longest we're going to need the sleeve to be is when your arm is in that shape. So hold your arm in front of you like that, so it comes out square to the elbow and then square across to the wrist. And then from the shoulder bone, where we just measured 2, we go down around the elbow and to the wrist bone and measure it off. We're then going to do the bicep. That goes around the largest part of the upper arm, measure that, and then the wrist, around the wrist bone itself, where you'd wear a watch. Just measure that, nice and tight in centimeters. Final measurement is the back, and this is just as long as you want the shirt to be. So normally it goes from the base of your collar down to the bottom of the backside, the top of the leg, but that's as long as you want the shirt to be. Best bet for that is to get an existing shirt and see what sort of length you like based on an existing shirt. So those are the 9 measurements we need. What I've done in the description is to list all of those areas of the body that we need the measurements for. You can copy those, paste them into an email. The email address is there as well. Send that to us along with your email address, your phone number, your address and your name, and we can set up your account for you. And that's it. It's literally as easy as that. The more accurate you can be with the measurements, the closer you can follow the guide, the better it's going to turn out. If you want to jump on a Zoom call, there's also a link down there for booking a Zoom call just to check that you're doing it correctly. You might want to have a practice, a quick dress rehearsal before we do it properly. It always helps if you have a soft tailor's tape measure rather than a DIY tape measure, and an extra pair of hands at your end, a partner, a sibling, a son, a daughter who can help you. Doing it yourself is technically possible, but it's a bit more problematic. Anyway, let me know in the comments if you have any questions about made-to-measure shirts, about the measuring process, or about anything at all to do with shirts, and I'll do my best to answer. Take care. I'll see you very soon.